All ours, baby. Yeah.
And he's taken a few shots at the other team already to get his teammates revved up. It's the home of the Wizards here in Washington, D.C. as 2K Sports brings you today's action live from the Verizon Center. Welcome to the Tuesday night edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan to call the game with our analysts Clark Kellogg and Steve Kerr. And the Wizards on friendly ground as they continue this homestand. Things have really gone south on them. Over the course of the last 7 games, they've gone 1-6.
Well, from their point of view, this has been an ugly matchup this season. They're winless in 3 attempts against these guys. So I think they've got to come out with some energy, some passion, and really try to turn the tables.
Well, I think they can turn the tables, Steve. Those are givens to me, energy and passion, but they've got to be able to do what they do better. That, to me, is going to be the difference. Do who you are better.
So with Boozer on the bench, this is Rick Adelman's lineup. The big 3 out there, Wade, LeBron, and Bosh at the 2, 3, and 4. Lights out there with Zach Randolph. And for the Wizards, Wall and Beal, they're the backcourt. Webster out there with Marcus Morris. Bennett's Nene in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Now here's Wall, averaging 20 points per game. Earlier, Doris Burke spoke with head coach Dwayne Casey.
One player he said they can't overlook is Chris Bosh. He said Bosh is the perfect complementary scorer. He can hit the spot-up J and also really crash the offensive boards. We simply can't get so caught up elsewhere that we allow him to have a big night. And Kevin, at 6'11", Bosh really an anchor in that front court. When he plays well, they're tough to beat.
Thanks a lot, Doris. Passes to Wade. Backing down. He trains the turnaround jump shot.
Nice job there. He knows how to get that ball in the bucket, doesn't he, guys?
And it's out of bounds. The Heat will take it the other way.
I tell you what, wandering aimlessly out of bounds like that might earn him a ticket to the bench.
And just over a minute played here in the start of the game.
Get going.
Gets a look. Good on the jump shot. Wade's got 5. A slow start for Washington in this one. It's a 5-point game. The last time these two clubs came together was also in this building, with an unfortunate ending for the home team.
Yeah, they didn't play well that night. They weren't very aggressive. They shot the ball too often from the perimeter, never got it inside, and they were also very shaky from the foul line.
The Heat have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game.
You know, it's hard to lose a game when you shoot the ball as well as they did in that one.
Yeah, I agree with you, Steve. I mean, shot making can cover over a multitude of sins. The percentage they shot from the floor is one you might talk about an individual player having, not the entire team.
There's really no excuse. I don't know how many times we've seen it, especially when, Clark, it's time for the playoffs. The winners usually make their free throws.
It's elementary, Watson. Make your free throws when you get them. Everyone needs to take their time, get into their routine, and fundamentally execute the free throw shot.
It's Kevin, not Watson.
Okay, well, right, Kevin Watson.
All right, good. Yeah. Hey, I like that.
Okay.
Yeah. The Wizards shooting their first free throw of the night.
And, guys, that's really an upgrade over how they shot last season. Not a huge upgrade, but an upgrade nonetheless.
Here's lights out. Boy, he was something else against Utah. If you're just tuning in, we played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. That 3 off the mark. Washington trailing. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Blazers.
And the opponent's shooting percentage is what stood out to me in that game. You can't give up so many easy looks and expect to win.
Yeah, it was an emotionless performance, Steve. That's the way I describe it. I mean, they basically laid down, rolled over defensively.
Beal can't get it to go.
Oh, perfect opportunity to finish the break, and he blows it.
Steve, you have to be able to finish off plays like that. It's a must.
Well, as far as jump shots go, that's as high percentage as it gets.
I'm not sure how that didn't go down.
Morris. And it's out of bounds. The Heat will take it the other way. A chance to check out the shooting guards across the NBA. So it's the Wizards now. They trail by 6. They'll be hosting Orlando for the next one. That game will conclude a 3-game homestand. Nene is out there with Marcus Morris. Then it's Webster. Then there's Bradley Beal. That's the group on the floor right now for Washington. Kicks to Morris. Nice ball movement by Washington. Beal, the pass to Nene. The finger roll finish at the bucket. Nene's got the second quarter going with the first basket of the period for the Wizards. Here's lights out. Randolph in the posts. Nene on him. Nice shot by Randolph.
He was not to be denied that time, guys. Fought his way to the glass and came up with the points.
And out of bounds as the Heat gain possession.
And a moment to check out LeBron James here. Last 10 games for him have been excellent. 4th in field goal percentage. And, of course, passing, such a big part of his game. One of the top 15 leading assist men in the NBA.
And you go back to his shooting percentage just for a minute here, Steve. I mean, you think about it. What makes a guy a high percentage shooter? Well, you take the shots that you work on. You don't take bad shots. And you let the game come to you. You don't force shots.
Let's check out what Doris Burke has for us.
Hi, guys. Lights out in their last game against the Jazz really lit up the floor. He had 30 points and was in the zone as a shooter, lighting it up from both the foul line and the field. Numbers like that are rare to see by any player in a game he'll always remember.
All right, Doris, thanks. He was tremendous. Clark, what a performance from a terrific player.
And, Kevin, this is what it means when you can be counted on. The kind of game he had is something he wants here tonight.
Yeah, it's so special to be able to come through under pressure in the biggest of moments, and that's exactly what he did.
Here's Beal. The Heat getting the bucket. The feed to Williams. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Wall. Knocks it loose.
Another board for them, and they've got a huge advantage in that regard.
Yeah, it's not really a surprise. I mean, rebounding one of the true barometers in winning basketball games, and if you rebound better, you typically are going to win ball games and do it comfortably.
And so here is Miami, following the miss by John Wall. Here's Light.
You know, that's something he's capable of every trip down.
And it's just impossible to get tired of.
Yeah, there's always this excitement, this aura that surrounds him, guys, and the crowd senses it.
And that replay sponsored by Sprite, giving us a great look at that one. Now here's Beal. Wade is covering. To end the run, Green for 2 points. Beal's got... And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. The Heat leading by 6. It's LeBron with the drive. Here's lights out. Kicks it out to LeBron. Here's lights out. Averaging 23 points per contest. And he's good on the 3-ball. Lights Out's got 5 points in the quarter.
He's making it look easy scoring out there because he's much more efficient here in the second.
And here's Sessions. His last outing, he had 8 points.
Yeah, Sessions is a guy who's a real threat running an offense because he's got good court vision. He can shoot the ball from the perimeter.
And so that brings the first half to a close. Heat out front. They lead by 9. Stay with us, folks. We'll get back just after half.
And now, brought to you by Sprint.
Welcome, everyone. Let's see if we can spice up your Tuesday night with a little halftime report. Miami up on top against Washington. Tenacious offensive rebounding. Their second chance points are piling up. And for the Wizards, they're still gutting it out. Turnovers, something this team always struggles with, and it's been a problem again. Not a lot of production yet from Marcus Morris. An embarrassing stat for him as he comes to the break. No shots made from the floor. And that'll be it for us here. Thanks so much for joining me. Now it's time to head back to Kevin Harlan, Steve Kerr, Clark Kellogg, and Doris Burke. We hope to see you around next time.
And as we return to Washington, D.C., a look at the Capitol building overlooking the National Mall. The Heat with the lead. So with Boozer on the bench, this is Rick Adelman's lineup.
I tell you what, you need to archive that one for the highlight tape.
Oh, yeah, that is a keeper. You're correct.
Man, that was incredible.
Yeah.
And those plays will give your team a huge boost.
And the highlight reel replay brought to you by Sprite. Good stuff. And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back. And there before you are the teams that have been absolutely red hot for the last 10 games. Number 1, the Heat.
Now, the thing I like is they're getting good shots every time down the floor, and it's due to their unselfishness as a team.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
Guys, he is close to where he was last year in that category, but his numbers are still down just a skosh.
Good on both.
He's one of the best free throw shooters in the league, and this game, no different. He's making each trip to the line count.
And it's lights out with the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. Now the dish to Morris. He dishes it to Wall from 12 feet out. Gets it to go. Wall's got 7 points.
Well, that's his shot. He is really proficient from that mid-range.
Out to Wade. Shoots over Beal. Wade gets the bucket. And the Heat lead by 13.
It's been a little too easy for them inside, hasn't it?
Yeah, I think so, Steve. I mean, they've really dictated the action in the paint. That's been their focus, and the defense hasn't mounted much resistance at all.
Webster dishes to Morris. Again, the Wizards score. Second half of basketball, just over a minute played so far. Here's lights out, covered by Wall. Here's lights out, hammers it home.
You let him get to the rim, and that's exactly what's going to happen. You deserve that.
He's more than capable, you're right, Clark, of providing some great highlight reel material.
Yes, sir.
And for a point guard to finish like that, I mean, that is just special.
And Wall kicks to Webster. Nene. Wizards passing it around. The kick out to Wall. Puts it up from 17. And it's Randolph with the rebound.
Well, they've built a big lead here so far, and a lot of it has to do with how well they've been rebounding.
Yeah, every time they make a stop, they're securing the rebound, and that's really allowed them to get out to this lead.
What a play. No regular dunk there. A superb alley-oop.
And it was a great pass, too, to set him up.
No, those two have such a great feel for each other. They're just fun to watch play together.
Here's Morris. Can't get it to go. Bosch with some nice D. The Heat leading by 15. They set the pick. With the lead pass. Baseline jumper. And there's another one for the Heat.
My goodness, he's going off in this quarter. He's got the guys on the bench going crazy. Rally towels and all.
Wall gets a screen from Webster. He feeds it to Beal. Back to Wall. Feeds to Morris. And it's blocked by Bosch. And now the fast break. LeBron with the ball. And fouled as he went up to the dunk. Good aggressive move, and he'll shoot 2. It's going to be on John Wall. The Heat have been good at the free throw line in this one, 7 of 8.
And the team free throw numbers for this club this season, very impressive. About 80% from the line.
Guys, that says a lot about the poise of this team. I mean, they've been so calm, cool, and consistent at the stripe this year. I mean, that's impressive.
Looking at who's out there now for the Wizards. Trevor Booker, he's checked in now for Nene. Purdue comes in for Marcus Morris. Jordan Crawford's checked in for Beal. And Sessions subbed in for John Wall. Sessions passes to Booker. They need this. And he sails in for the layup. Booker's got his 3rd basket of the night.
You know, they'll want to generate more of those shots in tight, guys.
Here's lights out. Gets it to go. And the Heat lead by 19.
You know, he's given them a nice scoring option through most of this game.
Washington making some changes. Marcus Morris comes in for Purdue, and John Wall subbed in for Sessions. Wall dishes to Booker. He kicks it to Webster. The pass to Booker. He passes it to Webster. Dishes it to Morris. Covered by LeBron. Just 4 to shoot. No good from 11 feet.
Yeah, he's struggled with his shot this quarter, and he's got to find a groove somehow.
Here's lights out. 1:16 left here in the third quarter. And Morris comes over to help. Wall, and a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. So it's the Wizards now. Wizards trail by 19. A step-back shot here. Rebound by the Heat. LeBron's now got 4 rebounds in this game. Next up for them, the Bucks in Milwaukee. That will conclude their brief 2-game road trip.
A lot of stuff going on around the league. The game I'm looking forward to is the Bucks. I think that should be a close one.
Here's Crawford, and that one's drained from the low block. Crawford's got his second basket of the game.
So far, going for more of an inside game here in this second half, and I like that. A little smash-mouth basketball, taking it inside.
Lights out, not wasting any time and taking the shot and knocking it down.
And what an incredible quarter he's having. He's unstoppable right now.
And Wall kicks to Morris. Pass to Crawford. Passes it to Booker. Back to Crawford. Kicks it to Webster. Working on Lee. The baseline J. Lights out. Grabs the rebound inside. Lobs the alley-oop pass. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. Knocked loose. And out of bounds as the Wizards gain possession.
Where was he going with that pass? I mean, that's just an awful turnover.
Here's Beal. Over Wade. And it's going to be a goaltending call here, so they'll count the bucket.
He got there late, but you do have to like the aggressiveness to go after the block. But that one's going to count.
The Heat leading by 20. Wall and Beal, they're the back. Nene is out there with Marcus Morris. And it's Webster in at the 3 slot. That's the 5 on the floor for the Wizards. The Wizards have gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. Beal, the pass to Nene. Stolen by Randolph. Lobs it up there. It's tipped. Now Wall. There's the feed to Nene. There's the dish to Beal. Wizards passing it around. From past the arc. And it's Miami with the rebound. Here's the break. Down low. And LeBron throws it down.
I don't think it's possible to make a better pass than that, guys.
And he finished so well, Clark, too. Not too shabby on that jam.
Not bad at all.
And it takes perfect timing to pull off that alley-oop, but these two guys seem to have that synergy between each other.
Wall dishes to Morris. He dishes it to Webster. Wall. And so he earns a trip to the line. Official saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
Take a look at what John Wall's done. He's got 10 points, and his defensive work has been solid. 2 steals for him in the game.
Yeah, he's made things hard on them with his defense, both on and off the ball.
And so Wall nails both of them. Second minute off the clock now in the fourth. LeBron kicks to Randolph. 6 feet out, and there's another one for the Heat.
I can tell you for sure they didn't want this. I actually can guarantee it. They're getting pounded, brutalized inside.
Now, it wouldn't be so bad if they were getting the same looks on the other end, but that's just not the case.
And Webster kicks to Wall. And blocked.
He just hasn't been able to build any momentum in this game. He's got to find something out there.
The drive by Wade. The quick look, no good that time. The Wizards shooting not great, 40% for the game. Wall passes to Morris. And that comes off the assist by John Wall.
Boy, they are really getting chewed up inside here. I mean, that's 8 of the last 10 points they've given up inside, in the paint.
Yeah, and the paint should be sacred ground for a defense. I mean, you can't let anybody just trot in there and get an easy bucket.
Here's lights out. We're in the final quarter of play here. 3 minutes in. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
Well, he got one to go in the first, but he hasn't been able to connect from three-point land here in this half.
Feeds it to Morris. Takes the three. And it's Miami with the rebound. Bosch has got 5 rebounds tonight. Here's lights out. Drop steps.
And that should do it. This is an insurmountable lead.
Yep, there's too little time left, too big a deficit to overcome. This one's over.
There's a minute 34 left in the fourth quarter. Now here's Wall. Tight defense on him. He feeds it to Beal. The three. And that comes off the assist by John Wall. Wall's got 3 assists tonight.
And I think his strength, Kevin, is his ability to deliver in catch-and-shoot situations. He's very reliable in that regard, so that gives the offense some flow.
That's exactly right, Steve, but also he's a tremendous finisher. I mean, it doesn't matter if he draws contact on his way to the rim or not. He'll find a way to get it to go.
Now, normally that's a shot people make, but that's not really his bread and butter there.
From 17 feet out, Zach Randolph with the rebound.
He slipped into quite a funk here, Clark.
I think that's a good word to describe it. I mean, the basket is looking awfully small to him at the moment.
The shot by Wade. And out of bounds as the Wizards gain possession. And the Wizards are going with the Heat making a switch here. Here's lights out. That is good. And the Heat lead by 20.
Yeah, this one is just about over. It's going to be an easy win for them in the end.
Yep, I think they can just about put this one on cruise control for the last few seconds here.
And so Miami takes this one by a big margin. They put on a show tonight, thoroughly controlling each end of the floor.
Hey, what more can you ask?
Well, that'll do it. For Doris Burke, Steve Kerr, and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan saying so long. We'll see you next time. And as we leave, we give you our Jordan Player of the Game, Lights Out.
It was a wicked and wild wind. Blew down the doors to let me in. Shattered windows and the sound